Good evening, everybody. It's Benita, the host of Live Talk with Benita Bradley, of course. Um, and if you're watching this quick introduction, um, hopefully that means you've already subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you're watching it and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell for me, okay? So I'm going to be talking about predators and prey. I want to talk about how there are people who intentionally seek out weak people, or people they think are weak, or people who are going through hard times or whatever. They come in as like a knight in shining armor, or whatever you want to call it, but their objective is to befriend you and get close enough to know your hurts, your secrets, everything about you. And the whole while they have a plan in motion. You just don't know about it. I'm going to share my personal story, how that happened to me. And it wasn't until I started to just kind of stand back and look at things and begin to see things for what they really are or were, that I started to gain my strength back. The one thing about a predator, predators are drawn to weakness. Predators are drawn to vulnerability. Predators are drawn to people that are easily taken advantage of. And once you are no longer seen as, vulnerable or what have you, you're no longer attractive to that predator. It's kind of like a pedophile like children. And once children get a certain age, a pedophile is no longer interested. They got to go find younger children. Predators are the same way, when they see you gaining your strength, then you're no longer attractive, because that's what attracts predators. Weaknesses, vulnerability, those are some of the things that attract predators. So I'm going to share my own personal story with you, and I want to share with you because those that follow me, you know that I am a brain tumor survivor. I still have a very active, very large brain tumor that's in a very inoperable place. So every day is precious to me. Every day is precious to me. And so I've been through a lot with the brain tumors, and in the midst of that, my eldest daughter died, my mom died. So I've been through a lot within this frame of time. And I felt like the person who was supposed to be really my closest friend, my best guy friend, ended up being the person that took advantage of me the most. And again, that happens when you're vulnerable, when you're weak, in my case, when you're sick, not just physically, mentally, psychologically, because you got to think about having all those brain surgeries and then radiation to the brain, So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. It's not necessarily a tell-all, but it's a truth. And I want to tell my story. Maybe I can help somebody else or avoid them from going through the same thing I went through, This person waited 5 years, so predators can wait. They know how to wait, And I had no idea, I had no idea this person was feeling that way till they finally told me. But nevertheless, that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to share my story after I eat my food. So, stay tuned and get ready for my story. All right. So, I know some of you are going to be wondering, is she going to drop names? Is she going to, I have receipts, I don't know what I'm going to do. until I get into the story, I don't know yet. I can't say yes or no. I just don't know, you know. I'm not afraid to drop names and receipts and all of that kind of stuff. I think at this point in my life, I'm just tired, you know. I'm tired of people feeling like because I do have brain tumors, because I have had strokes and have permanent brain damage and am forgetful at times. I'm tired of people thinking that they can come in my life and take advantage of me and then just, you know, whatever, you know, and don't give an account, don't even apologize, you know, like you were supposed to be my friend, you know. I mean, friend, you were supposed to be my friend before anything else. So I'm going to talk about that. You know, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to talk about, it was difficult for me to let go. But let me tell you what really made me let go. I was ready to let go when I start seeing some behavior that kept me thinking about maybe some of the stuff he was saying wasn't true. But because I had so much going on in my head, it was hard for me to try to rationalize that and rationalize what was going on in my own life at the time. So here I am now, out of the situation completely, and I'm ready to tell my story with the hopes of perhaps saving somebody else from becoming a prey to a predator, okay? Because trust and believe, they are out there. Predators are out there, and they will seek out, like I said, the ones they think are the weakest, most vulnerable, um, whoever they can take advantage of. You know, they come on strong like knights in shining armor. You know, they'll do everything that you tell them you need it. You know, there's no limit. But the whole time they have a plan and you don't know anything about it until their plan is executed and you're left devastated. And then you got to find a way to pick yourself up, get yourself some help, and then your strength start coming back. And once your strength start coming back, you know, you start to see that person in a different way. You're not Google eyes, and you don't see that person as your savior anymore. You don't see that person as a knight in shining armor. You start seeing that person for who they are, a predator. You start looking at them like, you're just taking advantage of a situation. You know, this guy told me, oh, I waited 5 years for you. I've been chasing you for 5 years. But when he was going to tell me that? You know, so now a 7-year friendship is just gone, you know, because I don't trust you, you know, so that's what we're going to talk about, okay? I'll be back when I finish eating. All right, bye-bye.